Heroes, gather tribute and earn my favor.
What the fuck was that?
All right. We're live now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, the outlet's empty. There's all this space to my side right here. Wait. That's
Wrong side.
There we go.
Wrong side. I didn't have time, honestly, to properly manage the squares. So
That's okay.
sorry.
It's all right. No one's watching anyway.
Blame it on Tower Bear not showing up.
Yeah, pretty much. But he did tell us in advance, though, that he couldn't show it, though.
Yes.
To be fair to him, this time around, usually it's, I'm not going to defend him, but this time he deserves a defense. Okay, and welcome to episode 86 of the Gankbush podcast. I'm your host, Fringe Average, calling in again, probably for the last time, from Portland, Oregon.
Oh, okay.
Well, what's that? He's gonna kill himself, everybody. So
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a call for help. So alert Blizzard that I will kill myself unless we get sponsored by Blizzard. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes
Three codes.
Boom. So
3 codes or life, Blizzard. We've made the ultimatum. God damn it.
There it is. So for those of you listening for the first time, we are the only explicit Heroes of the Storm podcast where all the different co-hosts represent different play levels. For example, we have someone as low as a silver type player all the way up to a grandmaster level player. We bring you the latest HOTS news and discuss the latest tips and strategies so that you can become a better player. So let's go ahead and introduce our master level player. That's Scott, who's calling in from San Francisco, California.
Hey, it's good to be here.
How's it feel to be a master for another week?
Pretty good. After reaching master, I cut down on. I haven't played any Hero League. I've been grinding for the last couple months, last season trying to hit Hero League or hit Master in Hero League in this season. So I've been trying to catch up on heroes I haven't played, played Garrosh for the first time, Anna. The only
So
hero.
what you're saying, you grinded a lot, reached your goal, and you pulled a bacon by not playing anymore.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. It's only been 7 days. I think for you, it's been about 3 weeks or a month.
I'd say 3 weeks to a month. Yeah.
I'm just gonna hold my title through BlizzCon. So at BlizzCon, I can say I'm a master, and I'm actually in Masters ranking. And after that, I'll just hop back into Hero League.
If I do about 20 wins in a row, I'd say 15 wins in a row, I could probably get GM. So if I do that over the weekend, and then I can introduce myself as a legit Grandmaster player at BlizzCon.
Okay,
Hey, it's
let's go
happened.
ahead.
Last season, I got a 13-win win streak.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Just got to pick up Brightwing, go 19-3. That's what I did.
well, wasn't that hot streak because of Lucia when Lucia was overpowered?
No, it was the very beginning of the season, last season.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't think that was when Lucio was overpowered.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and introduce our Grandmaster level player. That is Bacon, who's calling in from Beloit.
Buford. It's in the greater Atlanta region. Did you say
Atlanta, just say it. Don't
Atlanta,
His
man?
guess is that your talent get worse and worse every show.
So you're calling in from Buford, Georgia.
Yeah.
So how's it going?
Bitty nice. Working on missing the Nexus, and then I had a couple other. So I've been kind of racking my brain for YouTube ideas, and there were a couple I wanted to do. So that might come out actually after the weekend. I might, if Roll20 loses, I have a video idea. So crossing my fingers.
If they lose, if they win, the video is not useful.
Yes, the joke doesn't hit as hard, but we'll see.
Oh, no doubt.
But I've been practicing a lot of assassins lately, a lot of the hard carries, and I would say my support roster is pretty solid right now. I can play most of the supports at a pretty high level. And, outside of Karazim's kind of a odd one for me, but he's not even in the meta. So I've been trying to pick up things like Genji. He's a little rough. Greymane, I've been getting better at. So I want to broaden my hero roster. That way I can, be more of a flex pick, especially if I'm early in the draft.
Okay, let's go ahead and introduce our platinum level player. That is All Backpack, who's calling in from Abu Dhabi.
Bao. That's what I've been saying here, telling everyone that's how I say hello in America. They actually believe me.
Yeah.
Nice.
What does that mean? What is that?
Just a bunch of sounds.
Oh, okay.
And they believe me.
Hey,
Nice.
you could also say
Lying
that's
to
how I
the,
say hello in Abu Dhabi, and we'd believe you.
Yeah, exactly.
Goes both ways.
It goes both ways. Yeah.
I thought that was a Garfield reference.
Garfield?
It's
Like the animated series from the 80s?
Yeah. I think it's from the 90s, to be honest, not the 80s. The cartoon was in the 80s, but the animated show was in the 90s. It sounds like something that
is an animated show.
Well, either way, I thought it was a Garfield reference. Anyway, I was way off.
No. But yeah.
All right.
Doing good. Doing really good.
That reminds me of this right here. Hold on, let me
It's Leif Erikson Day! Hinga dinga dargan!
That's what it reminds me of. And that's
Wait,
SpongeBob.
that's the ready? Why is that so available to you?
I mean, I have fast fingers. I can type pretty fast.
Oh, so for all the
Oh.
ladies at
Fast
BlizzCon,
fingers, huh?
Yeah, for all the
Got
ladies
fast
at
fingers.
BlizzCon, hey, you want to watch me type at 100 words per minute? I can do that for
Yeah.
you.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go finger blast you in the bathroom for a minute and get you off. Be
right.
back before anybody knows you're gone.
I can solve Rubik's Cube one-handed, so I'm
Mhm.
pretty good in that department.
Blindfolded?
Excellent dexterity. Fingers. But what
Okay.
that mouth do though?
That mouth talks shit all day.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Let's do the housekeeping. So we stream every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I think next week we're going to take a week off. We may do a show on Monday where we recap the first week of the HEC. We don't know yet, but if we don't do one on Monday, we're taking a week off because we're going to be at BlizzCon next week. So if you listen to us on iTunes or Stitcher, please subscribe and rate and review us. Actually, helping us. Actually, if you leave a review, that actually helps us out a lot with the rankings and helping us get more listeners. Also, if you have any friends who play the game, please tell them about the show. We have a WinTime channel in BNet called WinTime, if you ever want to be in the chat room with us there. We also have a Discord channel. If you have any emails, please email us at podcast@gankbushsquad.com. Also, you can actually ask emails at the Discord channel as well. We have a Patreon. If you want to go there, you can help support us that way. That'd be very appreciated. And also, if you go to gankbushsquad.com, you'll find links to all the aforementioned content hubs that we have. As well, you'll find out the music that's being played in the show that week as well. I've gotten a couple emails about that. So yeah, if you go to the gankbushsquad.com, you can find links to the artists that we use for that particular show.
Oh, by the way, I know you probably use lesser known bands and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or more indie stuff. I've been perusing our YouTube library, and you know how we used to upload every audio version onto the YouTube,
Yeah.
and that would include the songs. We have like 80 hits of copyright infringement.
Oh, really?
All those videos are taken down.
Oh, really?
I believe so. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If you ever want to listen to episode 40 on YouTube, you can't do that anymore on YouTube. So there you go. Okay. So where am I? Okay. So another piece of housekeeping is that thank you again to Thorn from the Lagging Balls podcast for joining us and lowering his standards last week. They're actually right now they're going to be doing
Question. When will we stop lowering our standards for people? Or when people will stop lowering standards for us? Like when, eventually they'll meet our standard, right?
No, the thing is every week we lower our standard even more. So
yeah, we're always lowering the bar every week. It just drops a little further. And the guests
improving at getting worse.
Yeah, the guests don't know it. See, so they get kind of suckered into coming on our show. And that's why senses that we're good.
That's why it's the Gankbush.
86 episodes. These guys must know what they're doing, and then they come on penis. See their eyes open up like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah. So, but again, thank you, Thorn, for coming on the show. Again, he's on the Lagging Balls podcast, which is actually really, really hilarious. I actually listened to the latest show and actually enjoyed it very much.
They gave a shout out to the Gankbush, and they read your review on the show, Matt.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Or was it before the show?
They were talking about five-star iTunes reviews, and then they just read yours aloud, and then Thorn is like, fun fact, that's actually Matt Cummins from Gankbush Squad.
That's funny.
That guy's an asshole.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Okay,
he grows a big beard to hide a small dick.
Oh.
Actually, if I had a small dick, then I'd shave it so it would look bigger. Boom, in your face. Okay, so we actually had another episode of Myths in the Nexus came out, number 2. So if you go to our YouTube channel, you can go there and find that as well. Okay, and lastly, we're going to be at BlizzCon. And so if you want to meet us or, whatever, there's 2 ways you can do that. We'll probably, at all times, well, not all times, but someone will be wearing a Gankbush Squad t-shirt. And if you see it, then you'll know you saw us, I guess. Another thing is that we'll be at Con Before the Storm as well. And I don't think that's nearly as crowded as the regular BlizzCon, but we'll be there as well. Bacon is doing a... Huh?
Sorry, that's probably the best time to just hang out, right? Because the con's not started, none of the events are going on. It's just an event just to hang out. So
I guess so. I mean, like, we're going to be sitting, like, again... I'm pretty sure all of us will be doing like the Heroes of the Storm related panels. So it's when they have like the dev panel on Saturday. I think all of us will be there. I mean, at least I'll be there. So, but also, if you want to reach out to us, the best way is via Twitter at Gankbush Squad. So at Gankbush Squad, tweet at us, and Tower Baron is going to be on Twitter duty. So, because I can't do that because my phone is 8 years old, so I can't do anything on my phone besides phone calls and texts. So, but Tower Band will be able to do that for us. So, if you want to reach out to us via Twitter, just say, hey, hey, Tower Baron, we're at whatever, we're in row 20, at the auditorium or whatever, or something like that. Just let us know. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why I said that.
Send the better players to talk to us.
Yeah. So, but those are the 2 ways to reach out to us. We'll be at Con Before the Storm on the Thursday, or just hit us up on Twitter, and then we'll figure something out.
All of us will be wearing our custom made shirts at BlizzCon.
Well, not both days.
We're not.
I'll bring down my second shirt so that
exactly. I have 2. Exactly. I have 2 GBS shirts. Got to promote that shit.
Always
I'm not gonna.
Prepared.
Well, you said. I said no. I said because only one of them has our names on them, so we can't have our names on both days.
We could go to Walmart, buy "Hello, my name is" and stick them on the back.
I could, but I'm not gonna do that. That sounds like work. So, but anyway,
didn't you like buy a bunch of food and send it to Dan's house ahead of time? So you already did work.
Yeah.
Well, buying on Amazon isn't that hard of work. All right, so over under 5.5 people say hi to us that we don't know about?
Oh, over.
5
What?
Way over.
over the
5.5.
entire weekend.
Yeah, but that
That
doesn't
we don't
include,
know about. What do you mean, like fans, like people we haven't talked to before?
like, for example, like, Daz and the Nexus Trolls are going to be there. Like, we know them. Like, Thorn's going to be there. We know them. Like, BBJ is going to be there. Argy's going to be there. So I mean, people that we don't know, like, it's, oh, look, it's Bert. I don't know who Bert is, but
Corey.
hey,
Bert.
The whole
Yeah.
Corey is.
yeah, it's Corey. Holy shit, it's Corey. I'm a big fan, I think
Like-
over under
Corey is
5.5.
Grizzly, by the way.
Oh, well,
Yeah, that's Grizzly's
Well,
actual name.
over under
It's kinda weird.
5.5. Answer the question.
Under.
What is the
I think it's gonna be
0.5?
under. Well, because you may think that, oh, it's gonna be 5 people.
Yeah.
So you
So
can't
there's
get away with it.
there's no push.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You either win or you lose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
five-
So,
five-
see,
five
Vegas
seems-
Asian.
5 seems a
Vegas
lot.
Asians. Yeah, Vegas Asians. So there is no push.
What do
Nothing
you
to
mean?
push in.
My bowel movements are very fine.
Uh,
I push
but yeah,
all
so
day.
I think I'm gonna vote no. I'm gonna vote under on 5.5.
I think
way
we're all
over.
in the same boat.
No. I think we're way over.
Way over 5. You
Oh.
think there's gonna be 6 people that we don't know about say hi to us? I don't think so.
Our fan
I think
base
so.
is just gonna be humongous at BlizzCon. We're gonna have 6 people come up and say hi.
No,
we
it's
don't
more than
know.
that. It's gonna be more than that. I guarantee you.
I disagree. I don't see it. Well, anyway, if you do say hi to us or not, I mean, I'm not gonna touch you, but you can say hi to us.
I'm not gonna touch you.
I don't want.
Yeah,
That's a
BlizzCon-
disclaimer.
I'm not getting
I'll-
the BlizzCon plague. I'm not doing it.
I'll
It's a
touch
real
you.
thing. Yeah.
I'll touch your ass if you ask me.
Ugh. So, but,
Watson Jiggly.
what? Did
Oh,
you lose
yeah.
here?
No, I'm
It's not
saying.
here. Oh, by the way, for those of you who don't know, Jiggly's fine. He's in Milpitas. he's in the shithole known as Milpitas.
Yeah, then he's not fine.
California?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
wow.
it's between Fremont and San Jose. Basically, it's like a wasteland over there. But he's fine. I talked to him the other day on Discord, so he's fine. So for those of you,
Where has he
MIA
been?
for the
Like,
last couple weeks.
he hasn't been on, yeah.
well, I don't know well, it's Jiggly, so who knows what he's doing, but he's fine. He's alive and well. That's all I know.
Whatever it is, it's probably with no pants on.
Yeah.
no
well,
pants.
well, see now he actually has roommates, so I think he has to wear pants more often now. But okay, so anyway, on that note, we actually have a really good show for you. We're going to talk about heroes to play for Hero League, or heroes that you should be playing for Hero League, and we're going to talk about that at different levels because heroes at gold or silver are different than diamond and masters. Then we're going to do a recap of Crowan's guide on what is a win condition. Then we're going to talk very briefly. We're going to talk about the HCC preview, and then we're going to talk very briefly, hopefully, about the. This has been on the docket for like a good 6 weeks, I think now. But I want to talk about the Auto Attack Li Ming build because Nurok from Team Liquid loves that build, and I want to get everyone's thoughts on that. So, and then we're going to finish up with we have a questioner or a question from a listener, and then that's it. And then we'll end the show. Okay, so this is actually a topic that Tyrande added to the show notes, but he's not here, which is kind of funny and ironical.
Ironical?
Ironical.
Yes,
That's an
That
actual
sounds
word.
Very awesome.
Made up.
it's
Made
real.
up or not, it sounds legit. It
Yes.
sounds very smart of him to expand upon irony.
Exactly. Just like this show.
What?
You guys ever
All right.
play with those toys, Bionicles?
yes.
That was some good shit.
Oh, that was
But
that was
anyway.
way long.
Were they ironical?
No, they were Bionicles.
Okay.
Okay, so we're actually
what
kind of like basically. So all right, we'll go to Scott. So Scott, if you're playing at the platinum/diamond level, what are some characters that you should focus on playing if you want to rank up as quickly as possible in Hero League?
That's kind of vague, but I would say play what you're good at that also fits into the meta. is the best thing.
Well, like what?
Like if you're a tank, Garrosh, an ETC, maybe Diablo. If you're an assassin, Vala, KT, Greymane. Zul'jin might be worth learning now.
Yeah, Zul'jin. But be careful when you pick Zul'jin. You definitely want a solid front line.
Yeah. And like for healers, go like Morales, Lucio, Rhaegar. You know, there's like 10 heroes.
Okay. What about all backpack? What do you think?
I really like to prefer more individual carry characters, someone like Sonya, where you can actually do basically everything and kind of just carry the game by yourself. Because with Sonya, you can creep, you can be a very strong solo laner, you can have team fights well, you can duel well. To me, like she's like the ultimate carry hero for the people who are in, say, Platinum. If you want to go more than that, oh shit, we got Panda.
Panda? Is that a hint that we should be saying Chen?
Chen, yeah, Lord Chen. That's the brewmaster.
I'd
And
like to
Lily.
thank our sponsor for the show, Panda Express. Get some Kung Pao chicken today with the coupon code Gankbush Squad.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to the trolls before our show, and Mystic is having trouble grinding out of plat. I think.
Seriously?
I think it's well. He hasn't. He used the excuse of that I don't have enough time to play.
That's that's a valid excuse, honestly.
Yeah.
That level was pretty rough. Last season, didn't really play a lot the first half of the year, so my ranking and skill went down and I got placed into like Diamond 5. And I was like struggling to get out of the lower diamond levels. I dropped down to Plat 1 for a couple games. And at that level there, it was really a crapshoot on how your team went. You had like a lot of players that were, as like mechanically skilled as, somebody in like Diamond 2, Diamond 3, but they had no inclination on where to be, any kind of map rotation, any kind of draft strategy. Like everybody at that level has a hole in their game. So
yeah, and it's kind of like
really
the peak of I think I know what I'm doing. So the saltiness that comes from that league, I feel like. And then with diamonds, it's kind of like the same attitude. Like, I'm a diamond player. I'm better than the vast majority of players, but they also have some sense of game mechanics to back it up a lot of the time. So platinum is kind of like that peak of they think they know a lot too, but they also can't back it up.
Well, it's the same thing in gold.
Whoa.
It's the same thing in silver too.
I guess.
No, because they are less mechanically skilled once you go lower down. They just think they are.
No, the mentality is the same though at every level.
Yeah, but the actual ability for them to execute on the plays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So actually, let's take a step backwards here. So, should you just focus on 3 to 5 characters, or should you go in with the mentality of like, I have to know I'm going to be proficient at 2 supports, 2 tanks, 2 assassins, and just go with that and just roll with like a roster pool of like 6 to 8 characters and that's it?
So I'll tell you what I do. So like, I main tank, so I can play basically every tank in the game except for Chen, ironically. And I can play. It's ironical? Okay, yeah, it's very, very bionical that I can't play Chen, but I can play most supports in the game and like only 3 or so assassins. So I am somewhat flexible, but I get less and less flexible as we leave my comfortable pits. Because I'm very comfortable in a certain role, but I can play other roles if I absolutely have to. That's my take. This way, I can be somewhat useful no matter where I am in the draft.
All right. So, Bacon, what do you think about what Old Backpack said?
Sorry, can you repeat what you just said?
It's very, very, very bionicle there, Bacon. But
so Scott, what do you think of what Old Backpack said?
You bitch.
that goes back to what I said earlier about play what you're good at that is decent in the meta. I mean, ultimately, you got to find out what works for you. Like last season, I talked about my Murgan carry build, where that build literally carried me out of lower level diamond into the mid levels, where that build was way less effective past like a diamond 2 and up, especially when the didn't have the right team comps. It was a lot harder to win with them. But in this season, I went with the Brightwing carry build, or well, I carried with them, but the Brightwing Z build,
the carry build.
And if something works for you, if your ultimate goal is to move up, you just go with what works. But at the same time, if you do move up and it's because you're really good with that hero. Once you start playing other heroes, you're gonna start probably losing and dropping down again unless you improve your game.
Yeah, I would say 6 to 8 is like the magic number of heroes, like everyone has been saying. But there are a lot of one-trick ponies out there, and they exist a lot, especially in the high diamond areas, because those are the players who have, mastered the hero enough to actually get up there, but can't actually make that jump towards masters because of holes in their play, because they kind of lock themselves into that corner. But you can definitely have a couple, like 3 or 4 heroes in your pocket, and try to spam like 2 or 3 heroes that you've mastered, and I'd say that is probably the best way to go.
Okay, so for the lower levels, so to answer Loxley's question, there are different metas for the lower levels. The meta for bronze is completely different for gold, for example, and same thing applies to platinum and diamond as well, and master. So I recommend if you're in either bronze or silver, I recommend just taking self-sustaining characters that you can do whatever it is you want, and try to go for specialists. Try to master Zagara, Azmodan, or Gazlo. Or even Zool, actually, too. So just go with characters that put a ton of lane pressure and win that way. And
that is legit. And that's why Rhaegar is so good in the lower levels. Like, there have been multiple support GMs who climbed, did that bronze to GM challenge, and they basically spammed the Rhaegar the entire way from bronze to gold because they can close out kills, they have decent damage. They're one of the few supports that can camp by themselves and cause split pressure. So that is very valid.
Yeah, so I recommend learning those players. And actually, I think it was either Tuesday or Wednesday, Nubkex did the first game in his stream, he actually played Zagara, like a really, really effective Zagara. And if you want to learn how to play Zagara, I recommend watching that particular video. But I'd recommend playing Rhaegar. And also Lucio is really good at the lower levels too, because there's no single target damage. It's, like usually in team fights, it's all spread out. So if you have a healer that can heal everyone at the same time, then he's way more effective that way. But what I'd recommend doing is muting all chat, playing a self-sustaining hero where you can push lanes, and then you can use that to get out of. If you're actually proficient at not getting ganked, then you can actually get all the way up to probably like silver 1 or 2. If you just put like a lot of lane pressure and know where to go on the map, you can just do that by yourself.
So you're saying Robo Gazlo?
Yeah.
What?
No, if I had to recommend somebody, it'd be Zagara. And just go Nidus and just keep rotating top and bottom. And, when an objective spawns and everybody's fighting over that, try and go elsewhere and push, but also have a Nidus near the objective that you pop up. So if somebody comes to stop you, you can pop up and help your team at the objective.
Yeah, even Asmodan. Asmodan too is.
You have to be careful a little bit with Asmodan, I'd say, because he requires a lot of team help to get the most out of him, because he requires time to build up his stacks with his Q. Like even if you go the one that does player damage based on player hits, so that still takes time. His split push ability, like with his minion, with his trade ability, that also takes time, and it can be countered if So it's, I'd argue
it won't be.
against
It will
Asmodan
not be
or
countered. It
Asmodan.
will not be. It won't be countered.
If you're split pushing with Asmodan, you're going laser build, aren't you?
Nope. No, he has a split push build, which is I can go over that later if you want.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can look it up. I'm gonna keep talking. So if you want to learn tanks, obviously, I mean, Garrosh is good, but he's getting banned all the time now. But learn Varian. Also learn Leoric, because even if you do die, he comes back into the game faster. So you have that as well.
Yeah, those aren't really tank. They're more bruisers. Well,
oh no, Garrosh is out
Varian's
of control
not
right
meta.
now.
Yeah, but I mean, Varian and Leoric. Leoric's a bruiser. Varian, for his tank build's kind of out of the meta. He's not that strong right now.
Yeah. And another thing is that going back to Lucio, lower levels don't know when to push to end the game. So a lot of times, like, very likely you'll have games go past level 16, and that's when Lucio gets really good with his heals. So then when you're in team fights, Lucio's going to be OP in the late game, and you can actually use that to your advantage to, in team fights.
And go bonus track at level 20. It's better. It's much better.
There you go. But the meta is,
people don't know the double heal trick.
Seriously?
Like, I had to explain it to a platinum player the other day, but he also never played Lucio. So for those, get Rejuvenancy at level 16, get bonus track at level 20, which resets your amp it up cast when you press crossfade, which is changing your song. So what you do is start off as healing, press amp it up, and when the amp it up has half a second, go W and then press W again, and then you double dip on healing. And that is how you get level 20 games where you, as Lucio, do 150,000, 180,000 healing. And don't stack it. Use amp it up and bonus track first, and when you believe that you cannot save your teammates' damage by healing it up, then use sound barrier. Then that way you buy time for your amp it up to come up again. A lot of Lucios I see, they use both at the same time, and they waste healing because you're healing a full health target that's being that's not taking damage.
Yep. So I guess that's. I mean, again, also I almost forgot. I wanted to give a shout out again to Nupkex, because we actually stole this idea from him. So he actually did a video on this a week or two ago, maybe more now at this point. But again, I guess at the lower level, you want lane pushers, you want characters that you can do your own thing. That's not really team dependent. And
I would say for my personal heroes, it's like learn Garrosh, learn Nazebo, healer, learn Uther, Rhaegar, and Anna now. Anna actually has a pretty good win rate. It's a number one support apparently in the Masters area. Learn Lucio. Learn Morales as a last pick.
Yeah, but also another thing is that
Brightwing.
Yeah, it forces you, if you want to, again, you have to know.
Learn Tyrande.
In Tyrande, yep.
Yeah.
All the supports are good right now.
Yeah, you have to be aware of what the meta is. So if you listen to us, we'll tell you what the meta is going to be after each patch. But you have to be aware of, like, if someone gets nerfed pretty bad, then you have to, like, move off of that character sometimes, unless you're, like, really good. So for example, Zarya, right? She could be really good in the right hands, but most players are not really good with her, which is why she's not that good anymore. If you're really good with Zarya, then go ahead. That can be one of your characters too.
So. Like Swabs Magoo, the lone Zarya player.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, so Oh, another thing, just random thing is that last night I played a game with Tower Baron with Hero Physio and like Loxley and Voldemort. And it's been a year since I played with Voldemort, and he is extremely selfish. Even when we played like 2 games with him as Butcher, which is a selfish character, and he's even more selfish. Like he wouldn't do what he was supposed to do. Ugh.
Go on. What did he do?
That's why he hasn't moved up in Hero League.
I remember like there's a team fight, and we could have got some ganks. Oh no, okay, we're setting up a gank. It was Dragonshire, and I was like Tyrael, and I was going up against a Vala, right?
Wait, hold on. You set up a gank?
No. So I'm in the top lane.
Tyrael, who's not that good at ganking.
No. That's not what I said. I'm in the top lane with Vala on the opposing team, and Butcher's hanging on the bush, right? So Voldemort says, "Hey, go bait out the Vala," right? So I do that. I overextend on her side of the map, and then I'm taking all this auto attack damage, right? And then Butcher's still in the bush, and then he never comes out of the bush. Yeah, that's it. He was looking at the mini map the entire time, even though I told him to come gank this Vala, he never did. So that's just one example. That's all.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not playing with Voldemort again. I quickly realized why I don't play with him anymore.
Just like
Does he still play often?
Never do Hero League.
Does he still play a lot?
He plays.
I don't know.
Plays.
Who knows? Yeah,
He plays in my time though. He plays in the very deep AMs.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was awful. Like, there's no. We would have calls and he wouldn't do it, and he's Butcher too. Like his job, like our team comms depended upon him to get kills, and because he's Butcher, right? And nope, didn't happen.
What did Hero Physio say? He's too kind to be like, this guy's an asshole. Like, what did he do?
He was laughing a lot, I guess. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, that's a quick aside.
Hey, saying Hero Physio, he's not that nice of a guy. He's a troll ass motherfucker. Always trolling chat, and then he would troll chat and then put a smile at the end of at the end of a statement, thinking that it's gonna negate all the trolliness he just did.
Oh, I know. He doesn't. I know that.
I'm onto his games.
Yeah, he's like, he could say like, "Go fuck yourself," smiley face. What?
It's like, oh, he's Canadian. He's just joking around. No.
Yeah.
I'm onto you, Hero.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm not fooled either. Okay.
I think we've been corrupt in his Canadian ways.
Yeah, to say the least. All right. So Bacon wanted to talk about Crowan's new guide about what is your win condition and how to recognize and execute it.
Yeah, so he put up a great guide, and a lot of it is kind of basic in a way, but he touches on most of the points that I guess most players need to know about. And I guess I'll go over it real quick. So the article is called "What is your win condition and how to recognize and execute it." So to define a win condition, first off, the thing your team composition needs to do to win the game. It's recognizing what your team comp is good at and executing on it. So here is an example screenshot. Let me pull that up. And actually, there we go. Wrong one. So I'm on the blue team, and on my team there's ETC, Li Ming, Abathur, Morales, and Greymane. And on the other team there's Vala, Dehaka, Stukov, Brightwing, Asmodan. And it's on Towers of Doom. And basically our team strengths is we have good engage, obviously ETC slide. We have good follow-up damage. Li Ming and Greymane have really good follow-up damage for stunts. And Greymane has good dive. And we have a very large level 10 power boost. So there's Ultimate Evolution. He can copy Greymane and do a shit ton of damage, or even Li Ming. There's Mosh Pit. Greymane has really powerful clothes. Morales has Stim Drone. So it is actually a bigger power spike for my team than it is the enemy team. So what are the blue team's weaknesses? Blue team has weak early game. Obviously, Abathur, until level 10, he's not a true team fighter. He can only assist a little bit, so it counts really as 4.5 men. And the blue team relies heavily on soak until level 10 to try to stay even for the rest of the game. So the win condition for the blue team is soak evenly until level 10 and then force team fights with ultimate evolution. So forcing fights forces the enemy team to use their globals, which is Brightwing and Dehaka. So if you force a fight, they're soaking other lanes. They're used to go in and help out the team fight, which then allows Abathur to soak the other lanes and help out. And if you're able to time your dives correctly, then maybe you could pick off somebody before the globals are there to help out the team fight. That way you can use that advantage to win the game. So that's the win condition. Force team fights and force the globals to not soak while your Abathur soaks. And then
so on the opposite.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was about to ask you, what is the red team's win condition?
So the red team's win condition, they have really good split push. So don't fight.
Yeah, they got superior wave clear.
Yeah. Asmodan's great. Brightwing's pretty good. Vala is obviously amazing. Dehaka's amazing. And they can be almost anywhere on the map they want and apply pressure. So they can keep doing that, get camps, maybe put bottom pressure, and then they can quickly go up top and then apply top pressure. And maybe when the blue team is split, they can try to create gank situations with Dehaka's global and things like that. And they have good burst with Vala and potential follow-up with Stukov and Brightwing. Crowd control. Yep. So, and also be really aggressive early game because of Abathur. Then Crone kind of goes into common types of Hero League compositions. These aren't really everything, but these are the most, like 99% of the team compositions you're going to face in Hero League. So there's the split pusher, which, a lot of people kind of recognize. We were talking about split pushers just a minute ago in the last segment. And that's like having a Zagara, Asmodan, Murky in a lane, just constantly pushing it out. And, with Zagara's ultimate Nidus Swarm, she can hop in between lanes and apply pressure there. But the win condition of that kind of composition is you as the 4-man stall out the objective as long as possible while the Zagara or the split pusher pushes out lanes and gets experience and damage that way. So soak the other lanes that the split pusher isn't in. Try to delay as long as possible. Buy time. And if the enemy team sends multiple members to deal with the pusher, that means it's like a 4v3 or 4v2 situation in the other lane. That way you can force fights. And or you could even just have the split pusher retreat for a bit while you guys are at the other lane pushing that lane out. And then once they respond to your pushing, the split pusher can get back to pushing his lane. And if the enemy is matching your pusher with a global, you can try to bait out the global by forcing a team fight up top. The global is going to use the ability to get up there, and you can just back off. So the split pusher has time to push for another wave or two. And the next composition, Wombo Combo. This is pretty obvious, like Zeratul Void Prism into Frostwing into like Diablo
APOC.
Yeah. So win team fights and use that advantage to win objective and push. Kind of a simple win condition. And then I also have a video from Heroes Hearth actually recently, winning off.
Is this the Falstad Gust into Divine Storm?
I think so.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me load it up.
Like how I called that one? Because I know they're Wombo comp.
Yeah.
That combo was amazing.
Yeah.
It's not playing for you.
Here it is.
Hold on. Yeah. One second.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So about that, what was the split push build again for Asmodan? What is that?
Oh, yeah. So You should go Taste for Blood at level 1, but if you absolutely have to, you can go Siege and Wrath, which is the globe talent on heroes. At level 3, you want the reduced cost of on the W. Level 7, you want Bound Minion, which is his ability to make a minion take 75 reduced damage. Hold on. So, are you going to run the video, or should we go over the
Keep going.
split push?
Keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going. Go
Okay,
over it
yeah.
real quick.
Yeah, level 10, you want the demonic invasion, so you can siege really effectively with your minion dudes. At level 13, you want to get the Hellforged armor to make your W have armor to tower shots. At 16, you can. 16 was what was 16? It was the one where your globe spawns a demonic warrior. And at 20, you want forced recruitment. And this way, if a hero is not there to clear the lane which the trait minion goes onto, that minion will push forever essentially. And you'll have all the lanes pushed in your favor throughout the entire game. You just need to really poke at the enemy team while your trait does all the work.
Yep.
And one thing to remember is that you have to use your D on an actual lane minion. It only gives armor and the bonus damage to lane minions. If you put it on one of your little demon warrior dudes, it won't give them the bonus armor. It's only for lane minions. So you have to put it on usually the melee character.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. If you want to split push at the lower levels with Asmodean, that's the build you use.
All right.
It works very, very well. I used it against people in Tower Baron games, and it works really, really well.
Well, so what are Tower Baron games? What rank is that?
I would say they're about, goldish.
Goldish now?
Gold type.
Oh, I see you're embellishing.
Yeah. All right, just go ahead.
Or I could do it in fringe average silver type games.
Just go Bacon. Just start the video now.
All right. Here it is.
We'll
Beautiful.
see how it comes in. Even the level 1 talent for Uther, you don't get that extra half second of armor if you go Wave of Light, things like that. So we'll see how it plays off. They're feeling pretty good about themselves, and rightfully so.
The fly.
There's the fly.
The
Here it goes.
And the Mastermind Storm is awaiting them. Welcome to the Pain Train.
The Pain Train is out in full
Wow.
effect. All aboard. Garrosh, you're not going to be getting off this train.
All right.
Pain Train.
I think what's his face oversold it a little bit by doing that boom thing.
Mm-hmm.
Boom! Like, all right.
Hey, that
calm
boom
down,
was
sir.
necessary.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Well, that's cool
Anyway,
though.
The wombo combo, we all know what it is. That's the one.
So what is it again? Explain what happened again.
For
For the listener who didn't watch it.
Yeah, remember your radio
Even
show.
in Death was in a retreat. Hero's Heart's Falstad flew in front of them and gusted the entire team back, and the ETC was waiting in that gust path with a mosh pit, and Uther was also waiting with a Divine Storm.
And they just blew them all up.
Yeah, blew them
One
up.
thing to know: if you gust them into a mosh pit, they stop in the mosh pit.
Oh,
They
really?
don't get gusted through it. Yeah,
Myth-
that's why it works so well.
Myth of the Nexus.
It just happened in front of us.
Myth of the
Yeah.
Nexus.
We just saw it. Like, as you stop when you're stunned, you don't get blown past it.
All right,
So-
cool. Then the next one. Well, I'll just go over the next couple compositions really quick. Double support. Obviously, we all know this. Win condition, win team fights, and use that advantage to win objective. No. 2 supports plus hypercarry like Avala, Greymane, Lunara, Zul'jin. Grouping after the early game is in your favor. So the win condition is push into enemy structures and kite back while out sustaining them. Do not chase the enemy too far, because the best thing about the double support is your zone of control and the zone of sustainability. But if you start splitting up and chasing, then you kind of lose that advantage for yourself. So do not chase the enemy too far. Stay together and press small advantages over the course of the game, because that's what the double support kind of affords you, small advantages by winning trades over the period of the game. And globals, global heroes to soak experience, obviously, and the strength of that is whenever there's a team fight going on, you can hop in real quick and assist. And if there's a 4v4 team fight going on and you are the global player, don't hesitate to kind of use your global, because maybe they are waiting for you to commit to the fly-in, and they're hesitating because you're not there. So if you're thinking and hesitating, it probably is too late then to use the global. So just don't be afraid to use it and join the team fight. And
so I had a question. If you're in a team league function, if you're in a team league composition with 5 players on voice comms,
yeah,
who's responsible for saying when the global should come into the fight?
probably the shot caller.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh well, the global should also say my global's up, or I have so many seconds, and then the shot caller calls out, we're gonna stall, so soak, or we're gonna commit, so come in right now. And then the shot caller can also like ping a bush, like where the haka is gonna be, or I'm gonna ping where to fly in, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But you as the global need to be ready for those situations, so you're not reacting, and you can be proactive and not late when you're, traveling towards that area. So, and then the all in, it's kind of like wombo combo, but you basically are in the first round of your spell rotation as a team. If you're not winning the team fight, then you should basically back off, and that's your win condition. So wait for your psych rotation to come back up, and then just all in, commit again. And then if that doesn't work, go back, retreat back, and then kind of like how Ultimate Evolution, how team fights are kind of decided on when the cooldown's up or not up, and how Abathurs are kind of all leany in team fights because they only have so many seconds to team fight.
Yeah.
So I had a question. So, this is completely random, but like the whole thing at the start of a game where both teams go to the middle of the map and start fighting each other, right? Like, why is that still a thing? Like, that was something that competitive players did like 2 years ago.
A lot of heroes have quests that benefit from that. And also, it also shows that where the other 5 are, so there's not like tower dives and things like that.
Well, why not just split up, like, 1-3-1 or something like that? I don't know.
Well, that's because the 5 beats the 3.
Not really. If you just play passively. Well, because like eventually they'll lose soak in both lanes that they're not in, and then you get an advantage overall.
Oh yeah,
you don't necessarily lose soak though. It's part of the meta right now is rotations. It's not just about the fight mid. You clear mid really quickly, and then you go to the other lanes and clear them really quickly, and you roam as a group and try and get kills in between wave clearing.
No, but I guess at lower levels they just stay there and fight for like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
that's
they're bad.
Usually higher level you go unless there's like a really obvious gank or overextension. People usually split up pretty nicely.
Yeah, but if you're versus KT, Kel'Thuzad, don't fight for that 5 minutes in the middle. But if you are Kel'Thuzad, you want that amount of time to get free stats in.
Yeah, like Kel'Thas Q going convection, you definitely want to fight 5v5, and it just kind of makes sense more often than not because of the quests.
Yeah, and if you get an early kill, you may be able to stop the enemy team from rotating because they're down a man, and you gain an experience lead that way because the enemy team doesn't have somebody to soak or whatever.
So that's the thing. It has its purposes, but people who do it probably don't understand that purpose. Can we have the panda?
Yeah, you should put the
panda back.
You want the panda back?
Let's just make Fringe a panda. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's big.
That's what she said.
There you go. Best co-host.
There it is.
Chen.
All right.
Okay. No, sorry. Like my dog was like looking through the kitchen looking for food, so I had to yell at him. Which is why he's here right now. He's being punished right now. Okay.
But yeah,
I'm gonna punish him. Have him wear the Ewok suit.
And basically try to recognize what your team's win condition is, and then also ask yourself, what is my role in that win condition? How can I best contribute to my team for that win condition? And then also try to figure out what's the enemy's win condition and then what they're going to try to do to win the game and play accordingly. So, yes.
Okay. All right. So are we good? Are we good?
I'm awesome. I'm master level. I'm better than Gid.
Yeah. There it is. Okay. So
Chen,
let's move on to
Chen, what do you think about what I just said?
Victory will not.
Oh, no, that's wrong. I thought he would say yes. I thought he would say yes.
It's okay.
I like that quote, though, till you cut him
Someday, this will.
No.
No, Jamal, let it finish off. Let it finish.
Do not be too hasty. Focus your mind and body, friend.
That was the perfect time to cut him off after he said, "Don't be too hasty."
All right.
So I wanted to talk about. I'm going to do Li Ming first. So Nurok from Team Liquid loves auto attack Li Ming.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what you go Austral Presence of 1, Charge Blast, then Calamity, and then you pick your level 10, and then you go Cannoneer, then Fireflies, then Pure Power. So obviously, he loves it. Like Nurok is like the flex player for Team Liquid, and he absolutely is in love with the auto attack build in general, not just on Battlefield of Eternity. Is he kind of like there's been like amongst pro players like that some a lot of people, not some, but some people think that he's crazy. Is he crazy?
Well, I know he plays it on all maps, but it's really the BOE map build because it maximizes your damage versus Immortals. Like I know he plays it everywhere, but you probably shouldn't.
Yeah, this is a very map specific build, and I would, personally advise against it.
It's not good on BOE in pro play though. In pro
because
play,
the charge blast never happens.
No, in pro play you want you want mirror ball at 16, and you're just poking with mirror ball. I see that every single game Li Ming's in on BOE. She just pokes with mirror ball and backs up. You don't get close enough to attack the Immortal unless you've already won a team fight, in which case it doesn't matter what build you have.
Yeah, but if you were to start trading, you would win on the trade, right? So it forces them to play passive and defend their Immortal.
Yeah.
This build, one of Li Ming's strengths is her range for her abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And playing this build, you got to get into auto attack range where you got to be closer than where your maximum distance of magic missiles and your arcane orb, and your arcane orb's doing less damage if you're that close as well.
Then again, you could also argue Chromie, like if she goes Bronze Talons and she gets plenty of damage out with her auto attack, and with Li Ming and teleport, she can definitely have some poke ability, assuming your team's front line is not incompetent.
Yeah, Chromie gets a range increase to her auto attack ability of like 35%, though. That's pretty significant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but you can. With the auto attack build, it's kind of aiding in the, machine gunning of missiles that she usually does because you pick up Calamity at level 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely more risky. It's like high risk, high reward.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
definitely.
Yeah, like I wouldn't recommend it on something like Temple, because you have to be in melee range, so not range, but auto attack range of the enemy team, which isn't very common.
No, honestly, I think this is purely a Battlefield map.
Well, I guess my question is, why does, I mean, maybe Nurok is wrong, but he's a pro player. I mean, like a year ago, he's like on probably the best team in Europe. Is he like? Then is he just crazy?
Liquid's not that good right now.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but like, I mean, like, so you like, I mean, like again, like I said before when I set this up, is that a lot of pro players think that he's crazy. So I guess our consensus is that he is crazy.
Yeah. Well, this is for Hero League, right? So he doesn't use it in pro play.
Yeah, he does.
I think it's kind of standard build in pro play.
Yeah, this is why I brought it up because I was watching, Europe, and Kaldor said that Nurok loves this build, and I wrote it down just so I didn't forget, and I wanted to make sure that we talk about it because Nurok is a pro player, and his opinion carries more weight than anyone else's, right? So I just wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean it's really tough to play. You got to be really spot on with your placement because you got to be a lot closer, so you're more likely to take more damage. And with all that, you don't have dominance at level 4. So when you get those resets, when you get that kill from all this extra auto attack damage, it doesn't necessarily mean you're able to chain kills, which is one thing Li Ming really excels at because maybe you're too low health from
But then again, besides the sorry to interrupt.
It's all good.
Besides like the extra missiles at level 16, it's more or less the same, right? Like the level in terms of damage, level 4 she gets level 1's mana abilities. Level 4 you usually get the one that gives you health back. Level 7's the same. Level 13 is usually longer blink, but Cannoneer actually adds damage. And the true biggest difference is the extra missiles. But if you also have a reduced cooldown from Fireflies, and it scales well with Cannoneer, I can kind of see where he's coming from.
Yeah, but without dominance, it's hard to stay in that closer range.
Yeah. That's the big key.
And Charge Blast is there to kill the Immortal because the Immortal will take all 3 shots if you don't body block it. Yeah. Like Dominance would be the better ability, I think, for a non-BOE map.
For Ganjagun in chat asks, is Cannoneer stacked 3 times? Yes. And then is that ability damage based on her auto attack? So I believe when Cannoneer stacks on her autos, then her next auto with Cannoneer on it becomes ability damage.
Yeah, that's the way
the entirety of it.
Talent reads. Yeah, instead of doing physical damage, you're doing spell power damage.
So I believe it will probably hit through Illidan Evasion, the entirety of that damage.
That's something we'll have to test on.
Will it also be affected by blind? Because it's an ability now, right?
Yeah, you're right.
You're saying if it goes through evasion, it should go through blinds.
But is that strength determined by her auto attack value, though?
It's big. 75% of her auto attack ability.
So she can use QWE, and then her next auto attack will do 325% damage.
No, 2. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because it stacks 3 times, that's 225 on top of your regular auto attack.
Yeah.
Or does it mean the next 3 auto attacks are all 75 increased?
Yeah, Scott, never question an Asian's math. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You'll be proven wrong every time.
Yeah, I wrote the math on my hand right here.
Boom.
French does.
Yeah.
Work that out during the show.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Are we done with the? Are we done?
Honestly, initially, I was not a fan of this build, but I can see where he's coming from now. But I think it's gonna take some practice, and it's pretty high risk because of you're missing the level 4 healing talent.
Also, who does Archon? Like who uses pure power?
I don't know. That's your ranged poke, I guess.
So, is this build for players that are extremely proficient at Li Ming?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it seems like it'd be a good carry build for
BOE.
Well, just lower levels. Like if you're if I'm playing with Fringe and Tower Baron, it's just and I'm able to avoid skill shots and just weave in those auto attacks. I'm gonna deal a ton more damage.
I still think even in this build, even if I try it, I still think I'm gonna get the healing talent at level 4, because 87 damage. It's not huge, but Cannoneer seems like it's a lot.
It's one more missile essentially. It's the 4th missile.
Okay.
All right. So there we go. So I want to talk about obviously tomorrow. We are recording this on Wednesday night. Tomorrow, the first round of the first week of HEC starts, and it's gonna be Group A. So I want to discuss who we think is going to win and which games are we looking forward to the most for each individual group. So Group A, it's Deadlykins, CE, MVP Black, and Tempo Storm. So obviously we all agree that MVP Black is getting out of the group, and they're probably going to win that group, right?
Yeah.
Can we all agree on that?
What group did you say? I'm sorry.
Group A.
Group A.
Because they're playing tomorrow.
Has CE gotten their whole team to have visas? Last I heard, one of the guys got his visa denied.
Yeah, so one of them got denied, so Bacon's flying out to Anaheim tomorrow to play. But so CE is missing a player, I think. So I think that's still a thing.
So with that, Tempo Storm, I think, might actually make it out of that bracket.
So, so Scott, if I bet you $20, would you still take that bet?
No. I don't have any faith in Tempo Storm.
The confidence.
No, I'm just saying it's a strong possibility. If CE doesn't have their full roster, Tempo Storm might have the greatest probability of making it out of the group phase out of the North American teams.
Can we all say, though, no one wants them to? Like, F them?
Yeah, fuck Tempo Storm. But, no, but and also, I think even with CE having a sub player, CE was the second best team in China. I mean, I don't know how good China is, but I think they should be able to pretty much beat Tempo Storm. I don't think it should be that hard to do that, I don't
know.
But what do you think, Bacon?
MVP Black number 1. Tempo Storm number 2.
Oh, okay, all right.
Bitch.
Okay, all right. I guess backpack.
Honestly, I think it's 50-50 between C and Tempo Storm because of CE's roster issue.
Okay. All right. I would argue that Tempo Storm doesn't even have coordination anyway, even with them being a 5-man. But
they played pretty well the last couple of games they played in HGC. They really stepped up the game.
Yep.
Wow, they beat a shitty Gale Force Esports team. Good for them. Okay, let's move on. The team that that disbanded now, that doesn't even exist anymore. But okay, let's move on. Yeah, their captain want to become a playboy now. That's what he's gonna do.
You said let's move on 3 times without moving on.
Well, I just
let's move on. Gale Force sucks. Let's move on. Fan can suck my dick. Let's not talk about this. Let's move on. Gale Force is a garbage organization.
Just to on the Troll and HEC podcast, they talked about how they're kind of sad for it.
We're not moving on, are we?
I want you all to leave. I'm like good riddance. So there you go. All right. So Group B. All right. So Fnac's gonna win.
Wait. Moving on. Tempo Storm. Moving on. Stuck balls. Moving on.
Yeah. Well, I really don't want them to win. It'd be bad for the sport if they win. But all right, let's move on. So Group B.
Christ.
Group B. So Fnac's gonna win, obviously.
Yeah.
So does Team Freedom make it out? Because like this group is pretty easy. They have Darkseid, the Australian team,
Yeah.
which is a pretty much a brand new team.
Yes.
Because it has, I think, it has 1 or 2 guys from Nomia in it.
It's got one guy from Nomia, Robodoba, I think.
Yeah. So they're not going to be that competitive. I think Nomia, the old roster of Nomia was in this bracket. They could actually get to the next round, I think. But so Beyond the Game is the 3rd place team for China, and again they have subs too.
Oh,
and then there's Team Freedom as well. So do you guys think that Team Freedom makes it out?
I think Beyond has like 3 subs or something.
Oh, really? Oh, geez.
Something like that.
God.
I might have heard wrong. But,
okay,
there's always things about
Beyond the
these issues.
Game isn't going to get their whole team there?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, Team Freedom should make it out then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Roll20 has the hardest bracket for NA.
So Scott, would you bet $20 that Team Freedom gets it out of Group B?
I don't know. I don't have any confidence in that. I haven't watched any of the
Which
other
team
regions.
is holding you back? Over
NA.
Team Freedom.
Team Freedom's holding him back. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, Team Freedom's looked pretty good, but I mean, it's in North America, so it's really hard to tell. And I haven't watched any of the Chinese league. What is it, Gold League or whatever they play in? I haven't seen Darksided play at all. So
yeah,
we should ask Panda. Does Panda think that Team Freedom will get out of NA? I mean, out of group stage?
Yep.
But the battle begins regardless.
That's his answer.
Boom. Okay.
Nice.
All right. So I do agree though that of any NA team, Freedom has the best shot to get past and be in the top 8. Okay. So Group C. All right. So I think we all can agree. Actually, who's going to win this group? Is it going to be Tempest, Dignitas, or Roll20?
Dignitas.
Dig.
Bacon?
Yeah. Well, Did just plays really well in these, competitions. They always turn it up.
Yeah,
what does Bacon think?
Dig and then Tempest.
Oh.
Yeah.
But if I wanted Roll20 to get out, it would be Roll20 Tempest. Tempest winning. Roll20.
There's no way that 20 is going to beat Dignitas, right? Like,
yeah.
Unless someone gets sick or something like that, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Also what I will say for all this Roll20 thing, they had their boot camp in Vegas, while all 3 European teams went to Korea for like a week, while Roll20 was in Vegas.
Team Freedom went to Korea too, I think. Did they?
Wow.
I don't know.
But I know for a fact that Roll20 went to Vegas, right?
Well, you don't know what kind of sponsorship thing they had with Roll20 going into it, so maybe that's what they set up.
Yeah, but can you? I mean, I don't know. If you're a fan of Roll20, do you really want them to be in Vegas for a boot camp before like the biggest tournament of their lives? Do you really want that?
You gotta loosen up, man.
Hey,
you gotta be relaxed.
Gotta have team synergy. That's where you all gel. You get all wasted and just team bonding.
I mean, can't they just go have a boot camp in like San Diego, California?
You can't bond as well unless you're
It's not it's not the same. It's harder to find a coke and whores.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of horrors in Vegas, but again, I'm just like, if you're a Roll20 fan and I don't know if I was a Roll20 fan and I knew that, I'd be kind of disappointed to say the least. But okay, all right, let's move on from that. So Group D, we have Soul Torturers, SPT, Team Expert, and L5 changed their name again. They're called Ballistics again.
Yep.
Really? They're back to Ballistics? Oh.
Yeah, they got picked up by Ballistics again before BlizzCon.
Yeah, they want
Those
that.
bastards.
I know, assholes.
No, actually, Ballistics wanted, according to the rumors, Ballistics actually wanted to continue, but L5 thought they had better opportunities elsewhere and actually ended it on their terms.
Oh, all right. Well, good job, L5. Make that money.
Yeah.
But they went unsponsored for 11 months, and then the Ballistics offered again, and they just said yes. So I think that's what happened.
L5 wasn't a sponsor?
No.
I guess not.
Oh, wow.
All right, so I guess we all assume that L5/Ballistics is getting out of this group.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, so what's the number 2 team?
Expert.
Does Super Perfect Team have their whole team?
Well, I don't think so.
Gina.
So, actually, like, this is actually pretty. I'm very curious because Expert, is obviously the third best team in Europe, and Super Perfect Team is the best team in China. Obviously, we don't have the full roster of the Chinese team, but I'm actually very curious because, if I was going to give a rating to like Fnatic, Dignitas, and Expert, I'd say that Fnatic is like a 95 out of 100, and like Dignitas is like a 90, or like 89, 90, and Expert's like an 87, right? I'm just curious to see how well the third best team does against SPT, because that will actually at least give me an idea of where China stacks in the meta, in the world meta. So
if China has a full team,
well,
that's the giant asterisk, right?
Did he cut out for you guys?
What?
No, I hear him. We're all good.
Yeah, are we good? Okay,
we're good.
No, but I guess we'll never have. I think sadly, we'll never have a full Chinese roster. Consistently for BlizzCon.
Unless they recognize Heroes of the Storm. But because they do recognize other esports like League. League
oh, really?
Players.
Okay.
It was a whole thing, like when League was getting big, a lot of Chinese players also had the same problems that Heroes is going through now. But over the years, since League has gotten so big, they've made some adjustments in the law so that esports players are recognized more as like sports players, and they get like special show visa privileges. And now this is all I'm talking out of my ass. I think I read articles about this a long time ago, but you have to get the game approved, I believe. Yeah, so it's like League of Legends, Dota 2, I believe, and Warcraft 3, but I could be wrong.
But knowing our government, that won't happen in the next 3 years.
That's not. But
it's Chinese government
visas, yes, there's the Chinese government.
Yeah. But, so I get Loxley's been posting quotes from other European teams, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, but the things that like, remember, you have to take this with a grain of salt because they actually they're living in the same hotel together. I mean, what are you gonna do? Talk shit about someone publicly? Like then they're like three doors down from you.
Well, they've done it all year, so.
I don't know.
And
they're in Vegas.
Community consensus. So, and they probably have been like scrimming against each other now, right? Since they're all in USA.
Yeah,
probably.
But they went to Vegas. So,
dude, man, you're really vengeful on that, aren't you? You're not letting that go.
No, I mean, like if I had the biggest turn of my life, I'm not gonna go to Vegas to train. Like, and you're like 20 years old, you're gonna go to Vegas and train?
Like the same shit you can do in Vegas, you can do in Seoul, Korea. You could probably get even like better hookers than like Las Vegas has to offer.
Well, you love Korean women.
In the great film Armageddon, before you go save the world, you bang hookers and have coke.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think
Rockhound.
I think what happens is that
being not disciplined doesn't matter where you go.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they're just come on, like you put. Okay, never mind. All right, fine. That's fine.
Yeah, here's the thing: we're defending Roll20 and all that, but we're gonna find out who's gonna be proven wrong this weekend.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. It's hard for me to believe that a group of 20-year-olds or whatever, without any adult supervision, will take it seriously. I have a hard time believing.
We can also apply that to every other team in EHGC right now.
Yeah, well, when you're going to BlizzCon with a million prize pool, I'd say that's kind of incentive to take it seriously.
Well, I guess what I would say that the other teams, in Europe and Korea, they actually have coaches, so there's actually like an authority figure to put them in place.
All these criticisms, they apply to Fnatic just as much. So,
yeah, I'm not sure if does Fnatic have a coach right now?
I have no idea.
No.
Well,
no.
You can't use like the best team in the world as like, they could be like the exception.
Oh, look at you turning it around on us.
No, I'm just saying you can't justify. You can't justify. Oh well, this one team is really good, therefore it applies to every other team. That doesn't count.
It's the same thing. Just because you have a biased opinion of NA, you're gonna apply that broadly across.
It's not a bias. It's not a biased opinion. It's not a biased opinion.
It's completely biased. What the hell are you talking about?
No.
You're the most biased person we have.
No. I've seen
biased.
Like fucking Glaurung can come on like, hey, I found a cure for cancer. You still suck at HOTS. You're not. You still find something.
I never said that. I never said that. I think he's better than I'll ever be. All right. I'm just saying.
But still, F you, right?
No, just that, it just doesn't look good. It's like, you think any pro athlete would go to Vegas to train right before like the big tournament? No one would ever do that.
But anyway, like
maybe if
Vegas is a huge, it's a pretty big city, and there's like the strip and the hotels kind of near it. They could be like outside of the fucking zone where all the party goes on.
You think that's what they did? Do you honestly think that?
I think so.
Maybe they're
I don't believe
taking a road trip to the Grand Canyon.
You're making you're making 100 assumptions right now, Matt. That's not fair to them.
I think it's very fair. I bet they were. Never mind. All right, fine.
I went to that gun range where you could shoot machine guns together.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So if you're so Bacon, if you're betting on what they did or where they stayed in Vegas, you think how much money would you feel confident putting on that they were like in the outskirts of Vegas? How confident do you think that that's the case?
I put 20 on it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's your number. I'm using the number you use whenever you bet.
No, I just think that it's highly unlikely. We'll put it that way.
Did you see the Roll20 video that they just put up?
Loxley put it in the Discord, but I refused to watch it, so I'm not watching it. But
it's pretty inspirational. One of the support player had like chest surgery and had to like give up sports in his scholastic career, and then he picked up HOTS. It's he had like broke like a botched surgery like that broke his ribs and something, and then he picked up HOTS and trying to be the best. Pretty inspirational shit. Maybe you should give it a shot. Maybe it'll help your bias out.
Well, actually, I have a retort, but I can't because then I'll disclose insider information, so I can't mention it. So I'll talk to you about that after the show.
I know exactly what you're about to say, and yes, but still, you give it your best shot until the very end.
Again,
don't you? If $500,000 is on the line, I think you could push shit under the.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. So again, if they get past, if they Roll20 gets past,
let's move on again. Roll20.
If Roll20 gets past,
move on, you asshole.
If they get past Group C, I will say I'm wrong. I'll say the first thing on the next show that I'm wrong. Okay.
Even if they get knocked out the first thing after group stages, you'll still say you're wrong.
I'm throwing a party if that happens. Like I will.
In Vegas?
I'll go to Vegas and have a party. I'll have like a Roll20 cake and everything. So,
but before we move on, honestly, I'd like Roll20 to move on. But
me too. Like I'm rooting for them still. I think they are the NA hope.
It looks hard. I mean, if you watch the Korean, I guess the tiebreaker, because. Ballistics and Tempest, they tied for second, and they had to play a tiebreaker in that region. And Tempest, I think, lost best of 7, going like 7 games. Like they're definitely on the same level as Ballistics.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I think Team Expert pulls it off. but it's going to be very close, I think, between SPT. So, yep. All right. Anything else on the HTC?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we know?
Go roll
we know where we're
20.
gonna
Go roll 20, go.
be? Yeah. No. Do we know where we're going to be in BlizzCon so people can find us like at the venue?
No, you tweet at us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you tweet at us at Gankbush Squad, and then Tyrande will let us know, and then we'll maybe get around to doing it.
We're going to trust Tower Baron with like anything.
You don't have a phone. I don't have a phone. So
you can hit me up at Bacon Huts. And then,
There we go.
Yeah.
Trust Bacon.
I have notifications on and shit, so.
I trust Tower Baron. I'll trust Dan. I'll trust Tower Baron with this.
It's the only responsibility he has on the podcast. It's the only thing he brings.
We hardly trusted him to mosh pit stationary targets when we're recording the intro, so I'm not quite sure if he can handle Twitter duty.
Yeah, that's too much.
I'm
All right,
sorry.
so
that was a little mean. I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, see, in the old days, I actually just removed that and no one would hear that, but I can't anymore. All right, so our last segment is we have questioner emails. We got an email from Hero Physio, or I'm sorry, Steve. And he wanted, no, that's his name now, Steve. I'm not making fun of him. That's his name.
Well,
he wants to be.
Okay, let's call him Steve. What did Steve say?
He wants to be called Steve. What do you want from me? Okay. That's what, like, go to Discord. If you ever go to Discord, you'll see that his name's Steve now. Okay, so have any of us ever moved to chase our dreams?
Oh.
Yeah.
He means me, doesn't he?
Good question.
Yeah. I'm doing that exact thing.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
I moved to the Middle East to work for a very prestigious professor and get a shit ton of experience and skills.
Nice.
It's been probably the best experience of my life.
And it was tax-free.
And it's tax-free. I've made a shit ton of money. And I am stupidly well trained because in the middle of nowhere, the desert, there's nothing to do except HOTS and, work. And so I've been gaining a shit ton of experience. And I'm probably going to be a professor if I play my cards right in like another 6 months or so. Then I'll be the, HOTS professor.
Oh, sounds studious.
Yeah. I'll have my own lab, and I'll have a bunch of little, grad students working for me.
Ooh, you get hit on by interns and shit, right? By 18-year-olds.
Yeah, right? that could happen.
Yeah, you could be like Donald Sutherland in Animal House.
It's not what I want.
That's so...
that's not my goal. I want to be a professor, so I get 18-year-olds. That's not my thing.
I don't know.
That's your goal after you reach your goal.
Oh.
It's the post-goal goal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but if Hero Physio is starting to say, hey, should I leave Canada and go to South Africa? Hell yes, you should do it. Like, that's how you grow as a person.
You didn't ask that.
Well, I mean, that's what he's insinuating. Like, do you go somewhere entirely forward and pursue your dreams? Hell yes. It's your dream, man. What else are you trying to do in your life?
Okay. All right.
Well, my dream is to hit the lotto and retire early. I don't need to move for that.
Yeah, but you know the odds of that, right?
Still waiting on that lotto hit.
Well, you got a degree in math, right? So you should know the odds of you winning that, or you're better off putting that money anywhere else besides the lotto.
Yeah, like hedge funds. That'd be a better investment.
Yeah, or you could buy like those figurines at BlizzCon and sell them on eBay for like $5 profit. You could do that.
Yeah.
Spend $30 and make a $5 profit. And have to go and ship it out and box it and everything and mail it. Totally worth $5
per hour of your time. Not to mention you spend time waiting in lines at BlizzCon for a $5 profit. So you lose BlizzCon time. Like the most
I think there's going to be like a lot of downtime, to be honest.
You think so?
I feel like it's I feel like it's like Comic-Con where there's like a lot of downtime between stuff.
Well, there's gonna be HGC games going like constantly.
Yeah.
Although there's gonna be like downtime in between games and whatnot. But
yeah. I'll
But
probably be
then
doing
again,
that, merely.
It'll be tough to like get seats back if you leave.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
So, but also, I moved for a year. I lived in Modesto for a year scouting. So I did that. That was really fun. It sucked, but it was really fun though. So I did that. So, but
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So
do we have yeah?
Did we answer Steve's question?
Sure. Why not? All right. Let's do we have a win time? Bacon? Is that
we have a few of them. Yeah, we had
have-
Tower Baron clip some videos for us.
I have one that
Okay.
they sent me.
All right. Let's just do this one.
All right.
Which one is this?
Is this from Loxley? Is this the Loxley one or no?
Well, hey, Luxley, I looked at the replay. I couldn't really find the win times.
Well, there's a lot of lose times.
I mean, you had like some good plays towards the end of the game, but not like one huge like, oh shit, that's the win time right there. You had some like good stuns and like follow-up kills over the course of like a minute, but
I think it's the lose time where it's Voldemort and Loxley as Stitches, where he well, hopefully the video's there, but
That
he
was
saves.
brutal. Yeah. That was last night. That was pretty brutal.
no, the only thing I have is old
Oh,
backpack
yes.
mosh pitting J-How by himself
Yes.
just to kill
So
him,
this
right?
is from the J-How video of where we were just at 10 and we see Azul'jin caught out. Wait, go back. The important part is it is stop it. It's ETC, Rhaegar, Diva, all going after Zul'jin. Watch where the Rhaegar goes. There's Diva hitting it. Where's Rhaegar?
Rhaegar's near the gate.
Hey, Ray got transformed into Vala.
Yeah, so where the hell was Rhaegar getting DPS on this freaking Zul'jin?
Oh,
So,
there he is.
well,
There he is. He
yeah,
comes in a little late.
Zul'jin lives. Cast has Dingo, and he rapes him.
Yeah, a goddamn.
Turned a kill into a two-person counter kill for the other team.
Yeah, because
That's
Rhaegar
awesome.
didn't freaking DPS. Like, what the hell, man? Yeah, that should have been. It was a 3-on-1 that Rhaegar kind of just walked around and didn't get DPS on the mosh pitted target.
And Fringe walked away for that.
Yeah, I think that was on purpose though. And so, like, this is the video I'm going to commentate on the how to tank his ETC. And there's a lot of points in this game where I get like 4 or 5 man mosh pits, and the Rhaegar is just strafing the back line during the mosh pit.
He's got to
And
protect the flank, Pat.
And then the team just walks away because we didn't get a kill during the mosh pits. But yeah, this was our lose time where we have Fringe. I don't know where he goes. He just kind of like runs around during the whole 5 seconds.
He kills a minion towards his fort. If you look at the bottom right.
Wait. Oh yeah. He wave clears behind us.
Yeah. And then you can see
Strange is
that he
favorite
doesn't
part of
have
the
wolf
game.
form. He doesn't have wolf form to help out because he already used lunch. So you can see him. He's not using wolf form right now.
What? I'm sorry.
See, there
I
it
just
comes
came in.
up.
Yeah, there it goes. Yeah. But then he wolfed the minion.
Yeah.
No, so this is how we lose the game versus J-How. And if we go back to this, well, Pat, you missed it, but I set up a game
We're
on
doing
a
a lose time.
clear minions near our tower.
Oh, we're doing a lose time.
Yeah, it was a lose time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is like the deficiencies in the support play.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
But
Well,
if you have a win time, and what a win time is one single moment in the game that ends up winning the game. Like a huge 3-person kill with guillotine on Zul'jin, something like that.
Yeah.
If you send it to
steal
us-
boss from the other team.
Yeah. Send it to us. We won't critique how bad your play is, and we'll we'll actually praise it. That way we'll have more people to sending us win times because we end up shitting on it most of the time.
Yeah.
We like completely overlook the good play they do and just be like, why the fuck are you standing there? But yeah, please, we will praise your ass if you send us win times for us to show off on the show.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we wrap
All right.
it up.
That's it. I guess we're done. Right?
Okay.
That's it.
How's your bow, Joe?
All right. That's good enough. We're done.
All right.
Myth Bust Myths in the
Wait.
Nexus episode 2 is out.
We need to have Scott send us out.
No. That was it. How's your Bowja or whatever. That's it.
No. We can have Scott send us out.
That's the outro.
How's your bow, Joe?
Yeah, you stole the outro, Pat. Good job.
That's Middle Eastern for we'll see you in the Nexus.
Oh, yes. Not Arabic, Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gentlemen.
Hinga-dinga-durgan.
Yeah, everyone blow ASAP. Now go. Jesus, bro.
He missed it! Last one was so much better.
He missed it!
That's the outro. We're good.
The miss on the stage.